Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Nuria Masara binti Nordin. My number matri is A2381938. I will present about introduction for study case 1. The COVID-19 outbreak, which began in 2019, changed the world in many ways. One major change is sudden and massive demand sanitary masks. As people saw, protection for the virus must become essential for the public health safety, which this high demand must become a vital part of daily life whenever people left their home. However, the supply chains faced challenges. In the early stage of the pandemic, manufacturers struggled to meet a surge in demand, causing a shortage in many places. In this case study, we will look at pharmacy dilemma from January to May 2020. By analyzing the data, we aim to understand how price, demand, supply and government action interacted during this period. We will explore the key economic concepts like market equilibrium, price and quantity, and see how government subsidy helps stabilize the market during this crisis. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nuri Shakira binti Anwar. My matric number A23A1685. Okay, I would like to talk about face mask during the COVID-19 in case study number 1. Okay, factor number 1, increase in demand for mask has increased 70% as people across the country, especially Chinese, need to protect themselves for the COVID-19, which have a negative impact on their self. Okay, the same to Malaysia also need to wear a mask. So in Asia, masks are also important for the needs of health workers such as doctor, police and agency to ensure their safety is always well controlled to protect the rest of the community. Okay, the factor number 2, the shortage of masks. This is because the COVID-19 attacked the community quickly and uncontrollably at the time. Okay, the high increase in patient has led to an increase in demand, resulting in increasing production to meet the need of consumer and health care workers like doctor, police and another. Okay, and the last one factor is high price to market imbalance. When demand increase beyond the available supplier, the price offer will become higher and higher and increase drastically. For example, for 1 ringgit, it increased to RM4 ringgit. That's all. Thank you. Okay, next we talk about solution during the COVID-19. We have 3 solution. Number 1, government subsidy. The government provides to the seller or buyers or community, okay, to reduce the price of a product. Okay, if the government gives subsidy to the community, government need to pay part of the price of face masks and make them cheaper. If government gives subsidy to seller, government need to pay part of the cost of selling face masks such as raw material. Okay, for example, if the price of face mask is RM2 ringgit, government provide a subsidy of 1 ringgit, so the consumer only needs to pay 2 ringgit. Okay, the number 2, domestic production. Okay, the second way to overcome this is domestic production. Okay, for example, in the COVID-19 situation, country like Malaysia can make a local product like local face mask. Okay, for example, texture factory product clothes face mask. Okay, and the last one, selling price. The government set the maximum price that can be changed for face masks to ensure that they are affordable for the people. Example, if the market price of face mask is Rm 3 ringgit, the government can set the ceiling price at 2 ringgit. In action, the government will always monitor to through government agencies such as KPDN in Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Fatihah binti Kaiser and my number matric is A23A1859. I will present about case study. As you can see, this is graph for demand and supply curve for mask. The demand curve, which is a blue line, show an inverse relationship between price and quantity. As the price increase, the quantity demand increase. The supply curve, which is orange line, indicate a direct relationship between price and quantity. As the price increase, the quantity supply rises. The intersections of the demand and supply curve mark the equilibrium point. Equilibrium is achieved when the quantity demand equals the quantity supply. Based on the graph, the equilibrium price is Rm2 ringgit and the equilibrium quantity is 800 unit. This equilibrium ensures a balanced market where there is neither a supply nor shortage of mass. This graph shows the situation before and after the government provide a subsidy to producer. Before the subsidy, the equilibrium price was Rm2 ringgit and the equilibrium quantity was 800 units. At this point, the quantity demanded equal the quantity supplied. After the subsidy, the new equilibrium price decreased to Rm 1 ringgit 92 cents, which is more affordable for consumer. At the same time, the new equilibrium quantity increased slightly to 832 units, meaning more masks are produced and purchased. Producer also benefits as they effectively receive Rm 2 ringgit 17 cents per mask, which is Rm 1 ringgit 92 cents from consumer plus Rm 25 cents from government. When the subsidy is applied, the supply curve shifts downward because production costs are reduced by Rm 25 cents per unit. This make it cheaper for producer to supply mass at each price level. The demand curve stay the same because consumers are not directly affected by the subsidy. In conclusion, this is a win-win situation because consumers pay less for mass, producer earn more, and market efficiency improve with higher production and consumption levels.
Last conclusion, the COVID-19 pandemic caused a surge in demand for masks, leading to shortage and higher price. Government action like subsidies and price control help balance by the market by making masks affordable and encouraging more production. Subsidies were especially important, help both consumer and producer during the crisis. This ensure masks remained available and affordable while supporting manufacturers. This case study show how policies can manage demand during a crisis, keeping people safe and market efficient. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Faris Ikram bin Jaswari Azrim and my number matric is A23A1475. Now, I want discuss about demand for the rice. The introduction is as a staple item that is integrated in both regular meals and special events. rice is an essential component of Malaysian life and culture. Whether is eaten as a basic portion of steamed rice or in a range of traditional meals including nasi lemak, bihun goreng, laksa, kuih apam and lepat pisang. However, compared to urban household, rural household continue to spend a greater percentage of their monthly food budget on rice, making it a more substantial spend.
My name is Nukairinsa binti Arnizan. My metric number is A23A2362. Factor demand for the rice. First, depending on imported rice. Malaysia relies on rice import leading to price hikes and exposure to external risk. Secondly, price fluctuation. Global rice prices rise due to weak currency exchange rate, higher import costs, ban on export. So consumer will switch to the local rice which are more affordable price. Thirdly, environmental issue. Climate change and severe weather in Malaysia can impact rice production due to the flooded field, will affecting food safety. Lastly, changes in food style impact rice demand in Malaysia, reflecting society eating habits, nutrition trends and changing lifestyle. So it will increase demand for the different type of rice, right? Brown and organic rice. The solution is increase local rice production. Many abundant land is repurposed for cultivation using the quality seeds. Secondly, improving the rice distribution system through better logistic technology like using the drone and reducing middlemen will ensure efficient management. Thirdly, increasing country's rice supply and storage stock for emergency and price stability across regions. Lastly, continuing cooperation with other countries like India, Pakistan and Myanmar to reduce rice dependence to the main country, so it will ensure the stable demand for the rice. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Alianisha binti Maliki. My metric number is A23A1734. Next, we continue part 4.0 case study. In this part, I will explain about graph. This graph shows the demand and supply curve for rice in Pangkalan Cepa with price in Malaysia ringgit on the vertical axis and quantity in kilogram on the horizontal axis. Graph overview. First, demand and curve represent the relationship between the price and quantity of rice demand by consumer. When the price decreases from 1.50 to 1 ringgit, the quantity demand increases from 10 kg to 35 kg. This shows the strong relationship between price and demand. Second, supply curve at a line color green represent the relationship between the price and quantity of rice offered by the supplier. When the price increases from 1 ringgit to 1.50 ringgit, the quantity demand increase from 25 kg to 50 kg. This indicates a positive relationship between price and supply. Third, balance point. The point where the two curves meet at 1.55 ringgit and 30 kg. At this price and quantity, the amount of rice demand is equal to the amount supplier, creating market equilibrium. This graph shows the demand and supply curve of rice with the addition of the subsidy factor to suppliers. Here is the explanation. First, demand curve at line color blue represents the inverse relationship between the price of rice RM and the quantity demand kilogram. When the price falls, demand increases. Second, original supply curves at line color green represent the positive relationship between the price of rice and the quantity supply. When the price rises, suppliers supply more quantity. Third, subsidized supply curve dash orange. The subsidy reduces the cost to suppliers, causing the supplier curve to shift to the right. This means suppliers are able to supply more rice at the same price. For original equilibrium point, red X, at a price of 1.10 ringgit, the equilibrium is 30 kilogram. This is the equilibrium before the subsidy was given. 5. New equilibrium point, purple X. With the subsidy, the new equilibrium is reached at a price of 0.875 ringgit and a quantity of 41.25 kilogram. The price falls and the quantity increases because the subsidy help increases supply. Implication of subsidies. First, impact on buyers. The price of rice becomes cheaper from 1.10 ringgit to 0.875 ringgit. More buyers can afford to buy rice. Second, impact on suppliers. The total quantity offered increases from 30 kilogram to 41.25 kilogram. The subsidy helps cover their costs. Third, impact on the market. The subsidy reduces the price in the market and increases the supply of rice, leading to a better situation for buyers and suppliers. Overall, the subsidies play an important role in balancing the interests of consumers and producers on supporting the agricultural sector in Malaysia. However, they need to be managed effectively to ensure long-term benefit.
And last but not least is conclusion. In this instance, consumer prices are effectively lowered by the subsidy, making rice more accessible, which raised the quantity demand from 30 kg to 46.5 kg. Customers directly profit from this since it enables them to purchase more goods at a reduced cost. However, because the government must finance the subsidy based on the quantity that customer purchase, it increase the financial burden on the government.